I gathered every Call of Duty and we're going to be seeing which ones are alive or dead in 2025. Alright, so here we are on Call of Duty 2, which came out in 2005. We're on the Xbox 360 version here. That's what's going to be for the rest until, the crossplay games, but we're on Call of Duty 2, 2005, like I said. There's a couple options here, but we're going to be going with Xbox Live. Remember them having ranked matches last year? I don't really know how that would work, especially for Call of Duty 2, but let's go into player match, quick match, see what we could find. Hoping we can find somebody, but just like last year, I'm going to give it 5 minutes, and if we can't find anybody, I will count the game as dead. Alright, I've let it go for 5 minutes. Haven't seen anybody come in, so I'm going to count Call of Duty 2 as dead. However, it could be the time of day. It's like 7:50 right now. That's a decent time. You could at least get one person on. But last time I tried it like a month ago, it did work. So if you get really lucky, you can find one. But for now, I'm just going to count it as dead and go on to the next game. Okay, here we are on Call of Duty 3. Just going to quick match here. Joining, maybe? Is that going to work? Oh wait, we actually found a game. Already? I guess I'll go allies. I'll use a Thompson. Right? Okay, I'm just in here by myself. So, I guess there was a game in here at one point. There's actually sprint on here. Didn't know that. But, I guess it's dead. Let's try and leave it. I don't really know what was up with that. Quick match again, maybe? Because I was the only one in there. Is that the same map, I think? Allies, Thompson, yeah. Oh, and there's actually someone in here, I didn't notice. Okay, so I guess if you want to count it as alive, I mean, there's one guy in here that's alive enough for a game. And yeah, I guess that's Call of Duty 3, alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty 4, released in 2007. This is the first non-World War II Call of Duty, and probably one of the most influential ones. I don't really know if I have the DLC downloaded or not, but it doesn't really matter because it's free on Xbox, so it doesn't matter either way. Going and try and find a game here. Said there were 3,300 people online. I think it's been that way forever. And we got a match player. Usually I get full lobby a lot quicker. Try and back out of it real quick. Okay, we're back on the same map. I remember being able to find a lobby a lot quicker. I'm surprised I can't really find a game. Maybe if I delete the DLC, might help. If I even have it downloaded, actually, I don't know. Alright, I do have it, so I'm just gonna uninstall it, see if that might work. Alright, I took the DLC out. Going to see if we can find it, and we found one immediately. Alright, well, there you go, Call of Duty 4. It's alive in 2025. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty Loadout War, which released in 2008. Going to find a match. I don't think I have any DLC downloaded, I shouldn't. I know the game stream ain't looking the best, but that's kind of how it has to be. Let's go and see if I even have a DLC. No, I do not. Let's go back into the game, see if we can find one. Alright, let's go into Core, TDM, 76 people. There are, how many total? 540. Probably including zombies, but just go into Core, 76 people in TDM. Click on it, see if we can find and see a game real quick. And there we go. Call of Duty World War is alive in 2025 without DLC. And it's just like the last game. Okay, well, it did have 11 people in it, but 10 out of 12, still pretty much full lobby. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 2009. Going to Xbox Live. Shouldn't have any DLC downloaded, I probably don't. The player count bugged, says 0. We can find a game, I already know we can. And there you go, full game, scrapyard. I might actually have to play this one on my own. But there you go, Modern Warfare 2 immediately alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next Call of Duty. Alright, here we are on Black Ops 1, which came out in 2010. This is probably one of my favorite games. There's about 2,400 or so people online. What was that, 360 or so in Core and 284 in TDM. Going and find one here. I think I have every DLC actually on here. But either way, I think that's enough people for a lobby. So that's alive enough. We need one more guy in. There we go. Yeah, we got enough people. I'll go ahead and count that as alive, definitely. Probably even more alive without all the DLCs, but that's Black Ops 1, alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next Call of Duty. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which released in 2011. I only have the maps it forces you to download. I think it was like Erosion and Terminal or whatever, but it says there are 916 people on with 182 people in Standard. Go to TDM, 173 people. Let's go ahead and find a game real quick, and immediately found one right off the bat on hard hat. So that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2011, alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, here we are on probably one of the most popular Call of Duties. We're on Black Ops 2, came out in 2012. The only DLC I have for multiplayer is Nuke on 2025, which you should have. Why is my Xbox like loud? Shouldn't be doing that on a game from 2012, but let's go into public match. 767 online. There are 266 in core and 203 in TDM. See if we can find a game. I know we can. It says there's 6 going. Can it put us in one? Is it gonna take a minute? Only 4 people, 5 people. I'm expecting a little bit more. Okay, what if I back out and put it in? I mean, it's obviously alive. Probably shouldn't put me in the same one, isn't it? Oh no, okay, there you go. Full lobby. And it's on hijacked. Okay, yeah, BO2, and his name is Pornhub.com. It's a great way to start it, but BO2 is alive in 2025, and let's go on to the next Call of Duty. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty Ghosts. It came out in 2013. Now this is where things are going to get weird for this game and the next game, okay? Because this is never the PS4 and Xbox One started coming out, so there were still 360 versions and Xbox One versions. But now for Ghost, I only have the Xbox 360 version, but I can't really imagine it'll be that much different than the Xbox One version. At least for the player base, but let's go ahead and try and find a game here. Alright, there are a whole 31 people online. Okay. 28 in TDM. Okay, great. Probably find a game, and that's plenty. Yeah, we already found a game on Warhawk. See how many people are in it. Let's see. Yeah, there's pretty much a full lobby, probably, I think. Yeah, 5v5. 5v6. No, it's 6v6. Okay, that's a full lobby. Alright, well, that's Call of Duty Ghost on the Xbox 360. And that probably correlates to the Xbox One and 2 alive in 2025. I'm not playing this game though. Alright, here we are on Advanced Warfare, which came out in 2014. And like I said during Ghost, there's 2 different versions where the player base is kind of split against the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. But I actually have both, unlike Ghost this time. But mods are going to try out both, starting out on the Xbox 360. Go into multiplayer. What's nice though is that your stuff does carry over between versions, which is pretty cool. Go into Xbox Live. Yeah, message of the day for World War II with the Advanced Warfare picture, because that's what makes sense, right? Don't want to make a Call of Duty account right now, because I already have one. Don't want the season pass. How do I do this? Find a match. I can't move my thing. Okay, here we go. Find a match. Standard doesn't tell you how many people are at the game anymore, which is unfortunate, but just gotta try and find a game here. No games found. No games found. Okay, yeah. Just like I did for Call of Duty 2, which is the only game, by the way, so far where we couldn't find one. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. If we don't find a game by then this version of the game is dead. But don't worry, because we do still have the Xbox One version, which I feel like we could probably find a game on. Alright, it's been 5 minutes. We got one guy in here. I'm gonna go ahead and count the 360 version of Advanced Warfare as dead in 2025, but let's go ahead and try out the Xbox One version and see if that's a different story. Alright, here we are on the Xbox One version, and I'll be honest, the game already looks so much better. I know you probably can't really see it as much of a difference in the game streaming, but it just already looks better, which you can expect, you know. It's a 2005 console versus a 2013 console, but let's go in here, try and find a game, unlike Advanced Warfare on the 360. It's already loading much quicker. Okay, we're on a black screen now. It loads much quicker than before. Still can't see how many people are in the game. But from here on out, it is Xbox One or newer, so you don't gotta worry about like the 360 backwards compatibility anymore. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, your progress carries over. We're gonna go into find a match, standard playlist, TDM. We could probably find a game here. No games found, really? I remember being able to find one pretty often, but I'll give it 5 minutes, just like I did for, oh, okay, there we go. And we're on solar. Took it just a moment there, but we found a game. Let's see how many people are in it. Alright, let's see. There's a decent bit of people in here, 4v3. But I'll go ahead and count that as alive for Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One in 2025. Alright, here we are on Black Ops 3, which released in 2015. I don't have any DLC downloaded. We're going to go into public match. 89% of people in here. Go into TDM, see what we could find. Definitely one of the top Call of Duty games of all time. Checking code for match data 5, and there we go. Immediately found one. So that is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 live in 2025, and let's go on to the next game. Here we are on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which came out in 2016 alongside Modern Warfare Remastered, which we'll get to next, but let's go on to try and find a game here on TDM. Probably find one. Testing connections and online players. And there we go, we found a full lobby. There you go, that is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare live in 2025. Now let's go on to the other game that came out in 2016. Alright, here we are on Advanced Warfare, which came out alongside Infinite Warfare in 2016. So we're going to go and find a game. 68% of people are in core. Go and find a TDM game, hopefully. And we found one. Oh, okay. Try it again. Okay, happened again. Gonna try it for a third time. There we go, winter crash. Okay, that is Call of Duty. Actually, let's get into the game first. Let's make sure it's even a functioning lobby and a full one at that too, hopefully. Alright, let's go. Host migration ready, okay. But it's a 2v3 right now, but I'm going to count it as live, so that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remat. Oh my god, this is laggy on the game stream. I'm just going to leave this one. But that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty World War II, which came out in 2017. However, this game was just added back to Xbox Game Pass, which is what I'm on, so I'm pretty sure we can find a game. But let's go into public match, TDM, and we already found one. Yeah, probably gonna be a full lobby too. Yeah, here we go, it's a full lobby. You know, Game Pass is really helping it out right now. But let's go on to the next Call of Duty. Alright, so here we are on Black Ops 4, which came out in 2018. Let's go on to TDM over here. Try and find a game real quick. Pretty sure we can find one, definitely. It's a pretty popular game. If not, we might have to go into Nuketown. And we found a game immediately. Okay, well, that is BO4 alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next game, which is actually a pretty special game. At least for how alive it's going to be. Alright, so here we are on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, which came out in 2019. But this is the first game to have crossplay. But unfortunately, the first game to have SBMM. But let's go into filter. Sorry, how I get out? Go into filter. Go over to TDM. Try and find a game here. Pretty sure we can definitely find one. But what this means is that no matter what you're on, no matter what platform, you could be on PS4, Xbox One, PC, like I'm on right now. Doesn't matter. You're gonna find games just the same. However, you know, SBMM is gonna come in and affect that too, which might slow it down compared to the previous games. But just going to try and find a game here. Just gonna give it those normal 5 minutes. Pretty sure we can find one pretty quick though. And there we go. Immediately found one on Scrapyard. Alright, yeah, it's a full lobby, 6v6. That is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, alive in 2025. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which came out in 2020. Probably one of the most underrated Call of Duties, but just like Modern Warfare 2019, this is crossplay, so your experience isn't going to be any different from like PS5 or PC or whatever, Xbox. But on my Xbox right now, let's go ahead, go into quick play, deselect free for all, go into TDM, try and find one real quick. I'm pretty confident we can. I mean, this game isn't, you know, the most alive, but it's still pretty fun to play. Like I said, you know, definitely one of the most underrated ones. But let's go and try and find one. This does have SBMM, which is going to be the standard going forward, just like Modern Warfare 2019. So it might take a minute. Your time is going to vary, but let's see if we can find one. Alright, I think we found one. It said joining game lobby. I'm on the Xbox One, so it might take a minute. We're loading in, so it's going to take me a minute to load in here. I'm on my Xbox One, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be full lobby. Oh my god, this game streaming is not looking good. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's a full 6v6. I'm gonna leave it though. I'm not really trying to play on this Xbox right now, but that is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, here we are on what some might consider, you know, the worst Call of Duty of all time. I don't really know if I'd go that far, but we're on Call of Duty Vanguard. Came out in 2021. I think it over on Blitz. I don't know if it really matters. Might actually change that. Alright, but you know, just like Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War has SBMM and crossplay, so it's gonna be just about the same across platforms. But depending on, you know, how you play, it might change a little bit because of SBMM. But I don't really think that's that much effective in 2025, to be honest with you, especially with this game where it's kind of more dead. I mean, as expected, this game wasn't really the most popular, still isn't, but I wouldn't say it's the worst, definitely one of them, but not the worst. But I'm just gonna give it 5 minutes, just like I do for every other game, see if we can find a TDM game. Alright, I think we found a game. Yeah, there we go. USS Texas 1945. It's on tactical pacing 6v6, but that is Call of Duty Vanguard, alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next Call of Duty. Alright, here are on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022. This is what some may consider the worst Call of Duty, and I kind of have to agree with them. I mean, objectively, overall, you know, it didn't have a lot going for it, but we got only TDM selected in the quick play. Just going and trying to find a game here. Just like the other games before from 2019 up until now, it's SMM crossplay. So your experience is going to be pretty much the same no matter what platform you're on, but let's go on and find a game here. I'm pretty sure you could find one. Alright, I think we found one. Marcaro Los Alamos. Yeah, we got one. We can actually check right here. That's plenty of people. More are going to keep flowing in, so I'll go and count that as Modern Warfare 2 2022 alive in 2025. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2023. Now, if y'all thought, I thought Cold War was underrated, this game's just even more underrated. I still go back and play it. It's still fun to play, but got TDM on quick play. Let's go on and find one here. Just like the other games, SBMM crossplay, all that. But I know we can find a game here. And there we go. We got a full game on TDM drive-through. Not really gonna play it though, because I'm still trying to get all this done. But that is Modern Warfare 3 2023 alive in 2025. Alright, here we are on the final Call of Duty, the most recent Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, which I actually just hit level 1000 on like an hour before I recorded this. But let's go on here, find a match, unselect search in the story. Just going to click TDM, quick play, find a match, whatever. We can find one. I mean, it's the most recent game, let's be honest here, but let's just see, it's got the SBMM crossplay, all that. Alright, yeah, I think we found one. Yeah, Newtown, immediate 66. I'm not really trying to play right now though, but that is BO6, as you may expect, alive in 2025. But next year we're gonna have BO7, so I'll probably make the video again next year, but that's gonna be it for today. Let me know what y'all thought, like which games you thought were gonna be alive but weren't, maybe. Which you thought were gonna be dead but were alive, I don't really know, but let me know what y'all want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.